I love seeing creative people that are passionate about what they do create. I think it is a phenomenal thing. So I found a video called "Can a visual effects artist beat AI video?" I think it'll be really fun to watch. I haven't seen it, but it's got a lot of views, dude. It's got a lot of views, like 1.4 million.
A few weeks ago, I saw this AI video, and I thought, that's pretty cool. But it also came with the feeling of doom.
To be honest, guys, a lot of people that are against AI always say AI stuff looks bad. If I can just keep it 100% real with you, I am against AI in a lot of cases, right? You'll know my stance on that. I can make a whole video about that. But saying that it always just looks bad is kind of damaging your own standpoint on why AI is bad. Because let's keep it a buck, dude. This image on the left, or this video on the left, does not look bad. I think it looks nice on the surface, but if you look closer, there's lots of visual issues. 9 times out of 10, people ain't gonna bother looking closer. They're gonna see this, think, damn, that looks pretty cool, and then move on.
But it also came with the feeling of doom and wonder about whether AI is going to take away every artist's job.
It's not in a position to right now, and I don't think it will in the future. I do think it'll get to a point where artists start incorporating AI into their work. I think if artists are training their own AI program with their own art, I have no problem with it at all. If they're stealing from other artists, then it's obviously bad.
Let's find out by seeing if I can beat it.
There's no question artificial intelligence will remake the workplace.
Last week, the pioneers of artificial intelligence warned us about the scale of the challenge, as well as the opportunity.
Yeah, it's crazy. This editing's goated, by the way.
2017 was the year I discovered and started learning visual effects. I was completely hooked, spending most of my time behind the computer making crappy videos.
That's so cool. I love stuff like this. Do you know why I love stuff like this? Because it doesn't exist. You're not going to find a random point of water in the sky pouring out water. It just looks interesting because you never see it.
Videos. And somehow, at an age of 18, those videos landed me a job at a visual effects studio across the world.
Damn.
I spent the next 4 years of my life working on various movies and shows. And to be
The Witcher? Holy, bro's talented, dude.
honest, I still don't understand how they trusted me, just a kid, on these multi-million-dollar productions. I love my job, but in 2022, I quit to make TikTok videos.
That's a choice, but honestly, I dig it and I vibe with it. And the reason is, I think you should always follow your dreams, and your dreams are not going to be the same forever. Like if your dream was to be a visual effects artist and you made a killing in Hollywood or whatever, but then times change and social media goes further than that and can pay you more and you get more validation from it, then why not? It's cool, dude.
Yeah, doesn't exactly sound like a promotion, but it was the best choice I ever made.
Good. Oh my...
It's given me countless opportunities, but most importantly, the freedom to make whatever I want, and it's what
Bro, this is incredible.
led me to start doing YouTube full time. So when I saw AI video for the first time, I started wondering, am I out of a job?
This is ChatGPT, right? The irony of using ChatGPT is so fucking funny.
The first major text-to-video model, Sora, was released at the start of 2024.
Yeah, I did hear about this. I've heard of a lot, like OpenAI and even Grok now being able to generate images, which honestly, Twitter's fucking platform for that is absolutely wild and needs a lot of moderation because holy shit. I've obviously never used anything like this. I've never had a need to.
It was surprisingly good and a big jump from what we had just a year prior, and I think it was at this time...
Oh god, the Will Smith eating spaghetti, dude.
A lot of creators and visual effects artists got a bit nervous. Could you soon be able to type anything at all into this model and get exactly what you ask for in video format?
Yes, well, but it doesn't look that crisp.
Yes, but actually no. Even today, in 2025, these video models are not perfect. They generate a lot of jank, and it's very hard to get them to do exactly what you...
I will say, as much as I don't like AI for the most part, the videos are fucking funny, bro. It's so weird.
You want. However, that doesn't mean it's useless and won't take away jobs. It's already been used to create commercials, and some actually look pretty good, but others look horrendous. Like this.
The Coca-Cola one was dreadful, bro.
This one from Coca-Cola. But where you've probably seen it a lot lately is on social media. It seems to be filling up more and more with AI videos, but...
I'm sorry, it is funny. It is funny. I hate it. I hate it, but it is funny.
Few, if any, look realistic. I feel like it's mostly the uncanny and shock value that makes these videos gain so much attention. However, some use AI in a more subtle way, creating pretty cool art pieces. Someone's made a bunch of AI videos of
It's pretty creepy at the same time. Jesus.
A person standing in front of a giant dragon, which have gained hundreds of millions of views.
God,
and it
dude.
made me wonder, can I make it better, or has AI surpassed me?
Now, I will say this. I fully believe this guy can make it better, but it will take a lot longer than just asking the AI prompt, obviously. But he will be able to make it infinitely better. That's my prediction here.
Okay, so in order to make this for real, I need an epic location. And as per usual in my videos, I headed to the mountains. After a short hike, I had an epic view of a mountain. I decided to be smaller in frame than the reference to really help sell the massive scale of the dragon. I helped my girlfriend film a video for her YouTube channel too, where she'll be creating a similar shot. But I'll tell you more about that later. With filming done, let's move on to adding the dragon.
I thought that was it then. I thought that was the end product.
I went dragon shopping and landed on this one. It's got that mean look I was searching for, and it's pretty high quality. I import it to my scene and scale it up a ton.
Oh yeah, that thing looks like a mixture between like a World of Warcraft dragon and Smaug.
Textures don't really hold up when I scale it from a 10-meter tall dragon to 200 meters, so I grab this crocodile skin texture and apply it for more detail. I render it out.
Sick! Wait, is it as easy as he's making it out to be? I'm going to assume not.
And done. Yeah, this doesn't really look that good.
It's not enough. You need some environmental effects and lighting.
Dragon, but we're missing everything else to make this shot look epic and realistic. Like the fire, fog, smoke, sparks, glow, etc. So let's add that. But before we do that, let's have a look at our reference. I would say it's still pretty easy to spot that this is AI.
But again, for the untrained eye like me, dude, you could tell me that this is just a startup visual effects artist, and how am I gonna know the difference, you know? It's so hard for me to spot AI, dude.
Will every movie be made this way by one person inputting prompts?
No.
Will there be no more directors, no more actors, no more crew, no more visual effects artists? Well,
Absolutely
no,
not.
I severely doubt it. We humans crave things that are real, and I think
like that I can tell is AI.
Even for something like an animated movie, we appreciate it even more because we know real people made the story, created the visuals, and did the voiceover. Take my YouTube page, for example. If AI could create the VFX shots I make with just a prompt, would my videos be useless? Well, no, because even though my whole YouTube page is about
Sorry, I fucking skipped that by accident. Bro, that was so sick, especially the sparks going through the ship. Look at this.
Would my videos be useless? Well, no. Because even though my whole YouTube page is about VFX, in actuality, pure VFX is less than 5% of my videos. My page is about creating VFX and the story I tell while doing so. I don't think AI will ever be able to replace that human aspect.
It never will. It never ever will. And that's the one thing with AI versus human created products. It's like human created products will always be able to portray emotion far better than AI, in my opinion. Even when AI is at its peak, you're not going to get that same sense of emotion from it.
Maybe I'm completely wrong and will soon only be consuming AI-generated content.
Maybe.
Although there's one more big reasons why I think that won't happen, which I'll get to in a sec. But first, let's finish the shot.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Well, first of all, the dragon's mouth should be watering since I'm such a snack, so let's add some drool to his mouth. I do this by adding lines between the dragon's lips and turning that into a mesh that I can simulate for the most natural saliva motion.
Ew, that's gross, but so sick.
That's a sentence I think only VFX artists use. Something else that's gonna make this shot a whole lot more realistic is sounds. And I am lucky to once again be sponsored by Artlist, the site I've been using for all sound effects and music for my videos. Using their library of sounds is just so easy and...
I will say, I really like sites like this as a person who edits videos, and I know my editors like it too, where you can just type in a sound and download it and use it royalty-free. And same with videos and stuff. It's great.
And it really elevates my work, like in this video.
Whoa.
Just checked, and I've personally downloaded 465 different sounds from them. To demonstrate how much of a difference sounds make, just listen to this.
Oh, I love seeing this, dude. And then
compared to this. If you'd like
it's incredible, dude. It is so cool.
Let's remove the dragon for a sec and work on our background, because while it's pretty epic, it can look even better. I start by taking this image of a volcano, extracting the lava, and adding that to a mountain behind me. I add some fire and smoke plumes on the mountain as well. Next, I render out some normal-sized dragons to give a bit more life.
For the background? Wait, that's kind of sick. That's a cool idea.
And scale to the scene. Finally, I cover all my hard work with some clouds and atmosphere.
Nice.
Okay, that's already looking a lot better.
I mean, the lighting's yet to be done, but the depth kind of got taken away with all the clouds and stuff, but I think that'll improve.
When we add the dragon back, it looks even worse since we have no atmosphere in front of it.
Yep.
So let's add clouds in front of it, add moving fog, and I also used Houdini to simulate some smoke around the dragon, as well as smoke in the mouth and nose.
Nice.
I have the smoke be sucked back in to indicate breathing, which I think looks pretty cool.
Let's keep
cool. Going. I had fire, sparks, lens dirt, embers in front of the lens, glow, and grain.
Jesus, dude.
It was at this point I realized I had completely forgotten about the torch I was supposed to be holding. So let's remove everything for a second, as this scene is getting pretty massive and slow. I was hoping I could just 2D track in a torch fire element.
I mean, why not?
But unfortunately, the up and down movement of my walk makes it look super fake. I therefore have to find a torch model online, manually 3D track all 430 frames, create
bro, this sounds painful.
a fire simulation, and composite it to match. Since this was shot during the day with the sun out, we can clearly see a bright spot on me, which kind of breaks the day for night illusion.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pretend this is
yeah, you can just make sure it's like the lighting from the torch.
just the torch lighting me up by turning it red. Not perfect, but it works. Let's add everything else back.
It works fine.
And now we're almost done. Phew. Now, after all
I'm so excited to see the final product.
this talk about how I don't think AI will take over content creation, you might be shocked to hear that I use AI all the time for my videos. Even this one. The first way I used AI was to generate
This is what a lot of people don't want to hear, bro. If he's gonna say what I think he's gonna say, this will make a lot of sense.
reference images. Reference is so important when creating VFX, or any artwork for that matter, as it gives you a clear direction and you can choose a look before you start. The next part I used AI for was rotoscoping. Rotoscoping is when you cut out the person or object to place in front of your CG renders, and in this case I used Runway's green screen tool, which uses AI to automatically cut me out.
Interesting. See, I think that's fine.
I also used Photoshop's AI tool to extend the frame so I could be even smaller, and I even used it to extend this meme earlier in the video. And
Amazing.
lastly, I of course used this AI video as reference as well. And I think this is a great way to use AI video.
I actually agree with this. I do think it is okay to use AI in this way. The problem comes, and I totally understand both people's standpoints, both sides' standpoints on this, right? You've got people on one side saying this is perfectly fine to use all of these images as reference and videos as reference, but then you've got people on the other side that are, even though they're not using these exact videos that they're getting the inspiration from, does it make it okay if it's still stealing from other artists and then you're using that as inspiration? This is why, for me personally, I would much rather AI be used, even by this guy as a prime example. I would rather he make his own version of an AI training software system or something and just feed his own art. But I'm also pretty okay with just using it as reference. It's definitely a double-edged sword right now.
For quickly finding a look you like, and maybe even storyboarding, using it as a tool rather than a complete replacement is how I think it'll be used moving forward.
I do too. I do too. I think there's always going to be bad actors, though. I'll keep it a buck. Until it actually gets regulated and laws get created, there will be bad actors that just steal.
The last point I want to touch on regarding AI video is the problem of infinite possibilities. This is even a problem for AI images. Take a look at this prompt, for example. Create an image of a dragon eating a hamburger. If I keep asking this to an AI model, it'll give me completely different results every time. This is because there are almost infinite variables in an image like this.
Of course
the dragon's size, color, proportion, texture, the burger's position, size, ingredients, shape, the background location, time of day.
Why did that burger look like a rocket, dude? Well, or something else, but...
weather, and that's not even getting into the camera perspective, lighting, composition, and a million more variables. Even when I try being super specific, it's not even able to create what I want. And with AI video, this problem becomes 100 times worse with motion being added to the equation. The last thing a director or artist wants is to give up creative control, which is why I don't think AI will ever fully replace human-created media. Who knows though, maybe I'm coping. Either way, it'll be very interesting to look back in 5 years and see if I'm completely wrong. Anyways, let's finish the shot by finding a LUT, which is super easy using
LUTs are phenomenal, by the way. We use them a lot in the green screen video.
Library. I quickly try out a few ones and pick the one I like the best. The last step is sound design and music, where Artlist again comes in clutch.
Jesus. And that was AI. I was gonna say she's going fucking crazy, dude.
I am easily able to find everything I need. Okay, it's finally done. And like I mentioned earlier, my girlfriend, or actually fiance now, because this video took so long, I had to propose to her while making it.
Hell yeah, man.
She actually made a How to Train Your Dragon inspired shot at the exact same location, which turned out awesome. So I highly recommend you go check out her YouTube video, which is linked below. But first, enjoy the results.
Dude. I'm so excited to see this. Will it look better than the original? Yeah. I mean, it does. I'm gonna turn off my camera so you can actually see, like, what is going on here. This looks so fucking awesome. It is insane. It is absolutely crazy, dude. This is so cool. I think literally the only part that looks a bit maybe slightly scuff is his arm. When the smoke starts coming up, it's like wibbly wobbly a little. Actually, no. It was just in the previous one. No, it's great. It's incredible, dude. That was really cool. That was really, really, really cool.